All right, how about Bryce Young here in the Carolina Panthers? What a wild game, heartbreaker for Panthers fans. Although I'll say this, it was a great effort from Bryce Young. He made some real nice plays down the stretch. Also some, didn't get off to a great start. We'll talk about everything. Yeah, let's just get into it. Let's start off with this play. Really, it got off to an awful start, I thought, for the Panthers, and I didn't love this play call on 4th and 1, so first off, you got to go for it. Yes, they're in their own territory. You're at the 45-yard line. That isn't that different than being at the 49 of your opponent's yard line, right? Like, this is around a range where you should go for it, especially when this is what the Panthers do. But the play call itself, I had some questions about. So first, they're going to decide to run a play action, and I kind of understand that perspective just because, the Rams are going to sell out to stop the run, right? But I would have loved something more downfield. The Panthers had a lot of success passing down the field and kind of more just straight up routes. Now that you have this more over the middle style approach with the bootleg, it's kind of easier to defend against as a defensive back because you kind of just know what probably is happening, what these receivers are going to be running and where they're going. Because of this, just nothing is open. Bryce Young's going to do what he can, and there isn't really much he can do. Does his best, but it's incomplete. Rams march down the field and score a touchdown, and it's like, okay, great, now we're down 7-0 in a blink of an eye. You thought they might buckle. We know that they didn't, but you thought that it was a chance they could have. Now, also over here, so 3rd down and 9 on the next possession, trying to do better than what just happened. You have one-on-one matchup on the outside. Now they're going to pass down the field. Okay, again, this is what they had success with last time they played. It's Ted McMillan, who is awesome. Watch this, double move, kind of fakes those going, almost like a triple move, where he fakes those going to the outside, fakes those going to the inside, now is running a go route. Here, this is a good situation. Bryce Young watching this the whole way. You see he fires and just overthrows it. And I will mention, it was windy, right? And maybe the double move threw out the timing a bit, but still, you got to make this throw, right? These are plays you need, not able to make it there. Also, the pick that happened towards the end of the first quarter. So it's going to be Jalen Coker, who you figured if the Panthers are going to, be in this game, he's going to have an impact. He had an impact last time they played and will kind of show up for these specific games. Running a route over the middle against zone coverage. Bryce Young is going to take the snap. Again, the Rams show blitz, drop back, but Young navigates the pocket well. He's making this throw, and I think what happened was since the safety stepped forward, or a defensive back stepped forward for the Rams, it's Quentin Lake, who I've circled in black. You see him moving in. I think Coker kind of thought, oh, okay, let's not finish this route. Let's do something else. It wasn't like a being lazy and not finishing the route. I think it was more so him maybe just trying to, get into scramble drill. He saw Bryce Young moving and maybe was doing something like that. Or maybe I'm giving him too much credit and he just didn't want to get his head taken off. I don't know. Nonetheless, Young throws it to where Coker didn't go. It should have gotten intercepted straight up. Ends up going through Lake's hands, but bounces into another defensive back's hands who does make the grab. So ultimately, that was Kobe Durant who ended up making the play. It should have been a pick either way, right? Not really Bryce Young's fault necessarily, but again, whoever you want to blame it on, whatever strategy you want to, go with here, you got to know what your teammates are going to do, right? Miscommunications don't fall out of the sky. It's the playoffs. You have to have this communication stuff down. That said, Bryce Young definitely stepped it up. He started making some plays. Like, for one thing, it was just, again, what we kind of thought we'd see heading into the game, receivers being able to win one-on-ones. This is Ted McMillan in a one-on-one situation. Watch as when this play begins, you're going to see that Bryce Young looks in that direction and look at just how open this is. Again, this is what Carolina can do. This is what they did last time. The Rams don't have elite level corners, so if you can run good routes, you can get open. McMillan makes the grab. They're able to pick up a gain on that one. You also had this play, this was a bit clever by Canales. So the Rams, I think you saw more zone coverage, which is what they like to do anyway, but especially given how man coverage just didn't go well last time these two teams played, you saw some more zone coverage. This is kind of obvious passing situation. It's a 2-minute drill, 59 seconds left, no timeouts. You can expect a pass, right? But still playing zone coverage. McMillan's going to run kind of a setup route going more over the middle. And what that's trying to do is there's a corner who's covering deep. You're trying to get that corner to step in. Then it's Jalen Coker who's going to run a route, hopefully to where that corner no longer is. That's the way that they are, planning on having this work. So Bryce Young is going to take the snap. He is going to look in that direction. And you see this play works as designed. It is Quentin Lake who is now having to go over and play Coker. Again, it's a safety, and he's a bit out of position. He wasn't supposed to cover down the field. So, he has to kind of read this play in a hurry and watch this really good throw. And, Coker able to run the route effectively, finish, make the catch, all that good stuff. And they're able to pick up the gain that way. So, yeah, really good stuff there. And also over here, 3rd and 10, down 10 points. You want to be able to see if you can, ideally get a touchdown here. But it's tough, right? When you're outside the 15-yard line, there usually isn't a big window there. Well, Bryce Young takes a snap. Jared Verse on a stunt goes inside, but Young's able to sidestep him. And now here, again, this is so difficult. So, Nate Landman, the off-ball linebacker, it is tough for him because you do have to play coverage. Young has not stepped past the first down marker. And then as you see, he hasn't stepped past the line of scrimmage is what I meant. Then eventually dives in, gets into the end zone, was willing to take a hit. I mean, that looked a little dangerous at first with a couple guys near him. Looked like the defensive back backed off. But, a bit of a dangerous play, but really well done by Young and being able to use that athleticism, which he does so well. And then you had this play. Listen, what we thought we might see going into the game is downfield passing, one-on-one matchups. The Rams just don't have the corners. And Jalen Coker, really interestingly, he doesn't play great against zone typically, even if I showed him against zone earlier in this video, but he's really good against man. So they're kind of running this play through him, have a receiver running a setup route down the field. Hopefully that'll take the safety's attention. And the more over-the-middle route, that's Coker's route. And when Bryce Young takes the snap, look at how open this is going to get. This is just dominating your one-on-one matchup. And to Bryce Young's credit, again, at this point, you have to make a completion if you're just a quarterback in the NFL, but you don't want to just make the completion. You want to give Coker as good of a chance as possible to, run after the catch. And watch how that's, perfectly where it is. Leads him forward, allows Coker to run, pick up a ton of yards. They get into the end zone shortly after and are able to take a 4-point lead in the fourth quarter, a game that no one, I won't say no one thought they had a chance, right? I think even in the preview video I made, I said they had a chance, but no one was predicting to win, right? I certainly wasn't. And then here, listen, it would be easy to sit here and say, oh, well, you got a blocked punt that helped set up the game-winning touchdown. Okay, listen, it helps get them in good field position and all that. It did not give them it did not get them into the end zone. They still had to convert here. And on a 3rd and 3, where else are they going to go, right? Jalen Coker, he's having a great game. Watch as he is going to run a really nice route here. Really good throw from Bryce Young. That is perfect. Again, I've criticized some of the Rams defensive backs here, but Cameron Curl honestly does a fine job on that play. But that's just, great throw and great route, great catch. And, no matter how good a defense you're going to play, you're not going to beat that. Unfortunately, they, had a little bit of time after the Stafford touchdown at the end, weren't quite able to, finish it off that way. But this was an incredible effort from Bryce Young and from the Carolina Panthers. Again, they put up 31 points in this game against a team that, again, many people think might win the Super Bowl. The Rams might win the Super Bowl this year, and the Panthers did that to them. Again, Bryce Young got his 5th-year option picked up earlier in the week, and he proved why. This was an impressive showing from him. So, great season for the Panthers. Disappointing ending for sure. But, hey, I'm sure if you're a Panthers fan, you wanted to win this game going in, but you probably would have been okay knowing that you could at least show a fight like that. So, it's a building season, and they're building in the right direction. So, that's what I think. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Always love hearing from you. And, of course, as always, thanks for watching.